that this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
I don't give them no energy. I give haters no energy. Steve ain't this, he think he this. You don't even know.
The entertainment industry has been shaken to its core following the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs, with allegations pointing to a much deeper and far-reaching scandal. One of the most shocking revelations to emerge is the alleged involvement of Steve Harvey, a figure long associated with family-friendly content and a reputable career in comedy and television. Known for his roles in Family Feud and his self-help books on relationships, Harvey has carefully cultivated an image of wisdom and integrity. Yet, as more layers of this controversy unravel, the spotlight now falls on him, raising questions about potential connections to this dark side of the industry. The contrast between Harvey's public persona and these emerging claims has left many in disbelief. Could there be more beneath the surface of the entertainment industry's most female-respected personalities?
There is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
The shocking news of Sean Diddy Combs' arrest hit the public like a tidal wave. Federal agents apprehended him in Manhattan, and the charges are nothing short of jaw-dropping. Accusations of racketeering, conspiracy, exploitation, and more are surfacing, painting a picture straight out of a crime thriller. This turn of events has left both fans and industry insiders reeling, as the fallout from Diddy's arrest is expected to send shockwaves throughout the entertainment world for years to come.
Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
This was monumental. Diddy's business empire, which has dominated music, fashion, television, and nightlife for decades, suddenly took a massive hit. The arrest shattered the carefully crafted image of the music mogul that many thought they knew. As more details began to surface, whispers quickly turned into speculation. People started asking who else might be tangled up in this web. Then came the bombshell rumor, spreading across the internet like wildfire. Steve Harvey, the beloved comedian and TV host, had fled the country the very same day Diddy was taken into custody. So a coincidence? Highly unlikely.
I had clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
The timing of Steve Harvey's departure from the US, coinciding with Diddy's arrest, has ignited a wave of speculation. So could it be that Steve saw the writing on the wall and knew his own involvement was about to come to light? As more days pass, the theory is gaining traction. It's no secret that Steve Harvey was a regular attendee at Diddy's infamous parties, those over-the-top, star-studded events that epitomize success in the entertainment industry. However, as recent revelations have shown, those gatherings weren't just about luxury and celebrity. Beneath the surface, there were much darker activities taking place, and Steve's long-standing association with them is now raising serious questions.
Housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
The recent allegations and arrests have painted a far more sinister picture of these events. What seemed like glamorous social gatherings may have been fronts for illicit activities. Numerous individuals are now coming forward with claims that these parties were far from innocent and may have been breeding grounds for darker, illegal dealings. And it's not just Diddy's name that's coming up. Others, like Steve Harvey, are finding themselves caught in the fallout of these revelations. Diddy, who is now under intense scrutiny, has brought significant attention to every high-profile guest that ever attended his notorious parties, including Steve Harvey. Allegations are surfacing about much more than just Diddy's involvement. There are rumors suggesting that these gatherings were monitored with hidden cameras throughout the property, reportedly capturing things that should have remained private. It's now being alleged that Steve Harvey wasn't merely a casual attendee but a regular at some of the relations nights. What's more alarming is that sources close to the investigation suggest the FBI may have witnesses claiming Steve was involved in questionable, possibly illegal activities at these events. These witnesses allege they saw Steve participating in things that challenged not only his reputation but could lead to serious legal consequences. The rumors swirling now evoke a comparison to Epstein-like operations, with some speculating that these parties were carefully orchestrated and recorded. This is especially shocking because Steve Harvey has long been viewed as a model of respectability, a family man, a successful entertainer, and an advice giver with millions of followers. His book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man solidified his standing as a voice of reason in the realm of relationships. But if these accusations hold any weight, it may suggest that Steve has been living a double life, one far removed from the public image he cultivated. Given Steve's prominence across media, from talk shows to game shows, these revelations could not only tarnish his legacy, but also provoke widespread disbelief as more details emerge. Steve Harvey's sudden departure from the country on the same day as Diddy's arrest has left many speculating about his involvement in the scandal. With Diddy now facing charges for racketeering, conspiracy, and exploitation, questions are arising about the regular attendees of his infamous parties, one of them being Steve, who was often present at these star-studded events. According to emerging reports, Steve might have been more than a mere guest at these gays. FBI sources are allegedly looking into witness accounts, claiming that Steve participated in some of the more unsavory activities at Diddy's parties. These aren't just baseless accusations, it's indices that Steve may have been involved in illegal actions behind election, something that could drastically reshape his public image as the public Asian chin plead. No-nonsense figure. Perhaps the most shocking part of this story is the alleged evidence seized during raids on Diddy's properties in Miami and Los Angeles. Some of this evidence reportedly includes recordings from what are now being called freak-offs, which might incriminate several high-profile individuals. The fact that Steve left the U.S. on the same day that Diddy was arrested has raised many eyebrows, leading people to wonder if Steve knew the investigation was coming his way. Leaving the country at such a critical time doesn't seem coincidental, and it may suggest fear that the authorities could be closing in on him next. The investigation is ongoing, and Steve's sudden disappearance from the public eye has only added fuel to the rumors. While his legal fate remains uncertain, the implications of his potential involvement could be catastrophic for his career and reputation. According to sources close to the investigation, the FBI has reportedly been building its case for years, quietly gathering evidence and conducting interviews with numerous witnesses who claim Steve Harvey was more than just a guest at Diddy's infamous parties. Allegedly, Steve was an active participant in some of the most shocking and illegal activities that took place during these events. If these accusations are proven true, it could spell the end of Steve's career and potentially lead to serious legal consequences. The details of these claims remain largely under wraps, but the suggestion that such a high-profile figure could be involved in these kinds of activities has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. For years, Steve has carefully curated his image as a respectable, family-oriented man, but this investigation threatens to shatter that carefully constructed image. The FBI's long-term investigation and the possibility of credible witness testimony mean this case is far from over. If more evidence comes to light linking Steve to these allegations, he could face not only public outrage but also the full force of the law.
Replete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras throughout his home.
Steve Harvey has maintained a cautious silence amidst the escalating allegations and controversy surrounding Sean Combs. As of now, he has not publicly addressed the situation, and his representatives have opted for an unusually low profile. However, it is evident that his legal team is likely engaged in extensive preparations to address the potential fallout from these serious allegations. The timing of Steve's departure from the United States, coinciding with Diddy's arrest, raises significant concern. This decision suggests an acute awareness of the potential implications he might face. So if Steve were genuinely innocent and unconcerned about the unfolding scandal, one would expect him to remain and publicly defend himself. Instead, his choice to leave has only intensified speculation regarding his involvement and casts a shadow over his carefully cultivated image as a respected figure in the entertainment race.
Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
The stark contrast between Steve Harvey's pristine public persona and the grave allegations now surfacing is particularly alarming. Harvey has meticulously crafted a brand centered on relatability, trustworthiness, and down-to-earth wisdom. He is the last individual one would anticipate being entangled in such controversy. However, as details emerge regarding the purported activities at Diddy's gatherings, it appears that anyone frequently present at these events could potentially be implicated.
All right, I got to take some time to address this.
Steve Harvey's long-standing association with Diddy further intensifies the scrutiny surrounding him. Throughout the years, the two have been spotted together at numerous high-profile events, often expressing mutual admiration. Harvey has publicly lauded Diddy's entrepreneurial acumen, even crediting him as a source of inspiration. However, with Diddy now incarcerated and confronting serious allegations, this once esteemed relationship is increasingly viewed with suspicion.
Alleged evidence that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles, and the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these sexual performances that have been named freak off.
The pressing question on everyone's mind is, What does Steve Harvey have to conceal? Is it conceivable that he was merely an attendee at these parties, oblivious to the underlying activities, or as rumors suggest, was he an active participant in the events that have ultimately contributed to Diddy's downfall? The truth remains uncertain, but as additional details surface, it becomes increasingly difficult to extend Steve the benefit of the doubt. Reports indicate that the FBI has been scrutinizing Diddy's network for years, suggesting they are not solely focused on him, but are also examining everyone who has had close associations with him. Given Steve's long-standing friendship with Diddy and Steve with numerous public appearances together, he is undoubtedly under the spotlight. If these allegations hold any truth, Steve could face far more than a mere public relations crisis. He may be confronting criminal charges that could jeopardize the legacy he has built over the past several decades.
So what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
As the investigation progresses, it becomes increasingly evident that the truth regarding Steve Harvey's involvement in this scandal will eventually emerge. Regardless of his guilt or innocence, the mere association of his name with such serious allegations poses a significant threat to his reputation. His prolonged silence only serves to fuel speculation and raise questions about what he may be concealing. As the public and the media delve deeper into the allegations surrounding Diddy and the wider implications for those connected to him, the pressure on Steve to address these claims will intensify. The unfolding narrative will undoubtedly impact his legacy, and the stakes are high as the investigation unfolds.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself.
So with Steve Harvey's name becoming increasingly prominent in the swirl of rumors and suspicions, it's evident that this scandal extends far beyond Dallas Prickly. Stevie himself. It has evolved into a sprawling web of high-profile individuals who are now urgently trying to disassociate themselves from what is rapidly becoming one of the most significant falls from grace in celebrity history. The moment Diddy's arrest made headlines, it was as if a signal had been sent out, prompting those in his inner circle to take immediate action. Numerous individuals are now fleeing the scene, anxious to avoid entanglement in what appears to be an impending storm of legal ramifications. While Steve Harvey has garnered much attention, he is by no means alone. Reports indicate that several other celebrities, who were regular attendees at Diddy's infamous parties, have also vanished from the public eye, seeking to escape the mounting scrutiny and speculation surrounding their connections to Diddy.
Y'all saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy. Yikes. She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
We are witnessing a significant unraveling of connections involving some of the most renowned figures in Hollywood, music, and sports. These individuals are not merely Diddy's business associates or casual acquaintances. They were intimately involved in the extravagant lifestyle that he epitomized. As investigators intensify their scrutiny of the allegations against Diddy, these celebrities are taking proactive measures to evade becoming embroiled in this unfolding scandal. Reports indicate that the FBI is meticulously reviewing a substantial body of evidence, including phone records and witness statements, and the outlook for those in Diddy's circle appears increasingly precarious. Several notable names have emerged in connection with this investigation, raising eyebrows and prompting further inquiry into their involvement. As the situation develops, it remains to be seen how these high-profile individuals will navigate the potential fallout. The implications of their associations with Diddy could have lasting consequences on their careers and public personas.